Hey everyone, so I got a BOSS ES8 recently and I'm just starting to learn how to use it, so I thought I would do a little bit of tutorial on how to use an expression pedal that's non-MIDI, just regular quarter inch, to control a device through MIDI. So I'm just still learning this, and this is what I've gathered, so let's see if I can explain it good enough. So let me go back out here. What I have is a patch for a tremolo that I want to change the speed on. So I'm going to go into memory mode, which it turns on the patch for the tremolo, and it turns on the pedal itself so I get audio through it. So to set up the MIDI control, I'm going to go into the edit menu, and I'm going to go into this menu that controls all the control outs and expression pedals. That's the menu for it, so we're going to go into there. I'm going to set an assignment, or an assign, and this is basically just a thing that does stuff, so you can tell it what to do. So what I want to do for this assign is to tell it to use the Roland expression pedal to control the MIDI expression. So I'm going to go in here, hit enter, and let me go over here. So what I'm going to do is turn this switch on so I can go through here and change all these settings, but if I don't turn the switch on, it's not going to do anything. So we'll turn that on. We're going to use the source is this expression pedal that I plugged into here into expression 1. So my source will be all the way over, because you can use any other source on here if you want to change it, but so expression 1 is going to be my source, and then there's different categories, which is ins and outs and all that stuff, which I haven't quite learned yet, but we're going to go into MIDI because that's what I want to use, and then we're going to go to channel 2 because the ES8 doesn't see my eventide as an eventide, it sees it as the second MIDI, second channel of MIDI devices that I have, because I have a couple of Strymons and a line 6, so if I have my line 6, it's number 1, this will be number 2, the big scale will be number 3, so that's what the ES8 will see it. So we're going to set it to number 2 because it sees that as it, and then I have set in the eventide the expression, let's see, the MIDI expression to be number 15. That's maybe a whole different tutorial, so you can go into your MIDI software on the eventide. Actually, let me just see if I can tell you now. So you go into the app. Let me pull this up over here. So you go into the app, see if you can actually see it. You're going to go to MIDI settings, and then assign, let's see, program receive map. Nope, that's not it. You're going to go to assign MIDI functions, so you can tell the eventide what you want to be changed with what number, if that makes sense. So I have the foot switch right here on number 15. So when it receives a CC message from anything with 15, it'll bring up the expression pedal values. So as a little sidetrack, so categories MIDI, channel 2 is going to control this one, and then we're going to go down to number 15 to tell it to bring up the expression pedal. I think it's continuous change, I can't remember exactly what it stands for, or continuous control. So it's going to bring up the expression when it hits 15, and then it's going to use the minimum and maximum values. So if it's all the way down at heel, it's going to be 0, and if all the way at maximum, it's going to be 127. Or it's going to, 127. And then we're going to hit right 3 times, because the first time you can change this, second time you can change this, and the third time it executes it. So if we look at it, it should go to 59 to 71, and if you look up here, you can see that it's changing the parameter. So hopefully that makes some sense and it wasn't too all over the place for you. But if you have any questions, leave in the comments field and I'll do my best to answer them. And thanks you guys for watching.